What is up, y'all? We are back again, and it's a beautiful day out again. We're still locked down because of COVID-19, but we're making the most of it. Today we're gonna do a full push day, which is gonna be mostly chest, triceps, and shoulders. So before we get into the video, again, 3 things. First, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you enjoy the video. Second, keep track of your weights. Make sure all of your form is perfect before you move up a weight, and keep track of that day to day, because especially at the beginning you'll improve really quickly. And third thing, if you want to get some great merch, Titan sells really good workout clothing. I absolutely love it. I wear it 90% of the time. So there'll be a link in the description. Make sure to go pick yourself up some. If you use the promo code, you'll get 15% off. So let's just get right into it. So the first exercise we're going to be performing today is going to be 4 sets of 6 reps on the heavy object bench press. So the key things you'll need here is a heavy object. I'm using this half round of wood. Second thing you'll need is a bench. This is just an actual bench that we use for sitting on. I threw a towel on it and made sure my body fits on here so I have a stable base. That is the key. You need stability so you can plant your feet and push the object. Second key thing is you're going to have to drop your shoulders back, kind of puff your chest out while you're on the bench, so that way your front deltoids don't take over for the pectoralis major in the movement, because this is supposed to be a pec movement, not a shoulder movement. So that is the key thing here. We're going to show you the first set, and then we're going to do that 3 more times afterwards. So let's just get right into it. Set your feet, make sure that you've got a good solid base to start your pressing motion. So puff the chest out, push up. The key here, as always, is keep perfect form so you don't get yourself hurt and you get the most out of the exercise. If you cannot keep good form, drop down a weight. Make sure you get every rep perfectly before you move up weight, as that'll give you your best workout. So now that you finish up with that, our next exercise is going to be 4 sets of 8 reps of heavy object overhead press. Obviously this is going to be a lot lighter weight than the bench press or even your squats yesterday. So the keys here are you got to keep your core tight and your back tight. You don't want any of this where you arch your back or any of this where you roll your back forward. Both of those are terrible things and can cause lower back damage for the next while or even permanently. So you got to keep the core engaged and tight. Next thing is you're going to hold your object here. You're going to press it overhead and you're going to move your head in between your arms. That way you keep your spine aligned for as much of the motion as physically possible. Obviously, I'll be holding a log, so I can't keep my head inside the log. So, yeah, just make sure that the form is on point. Start with a lighter weight. Make sure your form is on point before you move up into heavier weights. So let's get right into it. Make sure that your form stays good throughout the whole thing. That is absolutely key in lifts like this, where you've got weight over your head. It is absolutely key to keep your spine in line, keep your shoulders moving straight up and down, no in, out, none of that. Make sure that your form is perfect on these. So we're going to do 3 more sets of that, and then we'll move into the next exercise. So once you finished up the sets of the overhead press, we're going to move right into another shoulder exercise. So that's going to be the one-armed Arnold press. Again, it's key to keep your back, core tight. The Arnold press, you'll start here with the weight, move it out and move it up. Slow and controlled, and you're going to feel this a little bit in your bicep, especially on this portion of the movement, but it should be mostly in your front and middle deltoids where you should feel the majority of the motion. And that's because it's an isolation movement for those muscles. We're going to superset those 4 sets of 8 reps with 4 sets of 10 reps of push-ups. So I will demonstrate those after this. So let's just get right into the Arnold press. We're gonna move right into push-ups now. For push-ups, the key thing is keeping a straight line here, keeping your shoulders squared, and your back flat from shoulders to toes. Obviously, we're gonna do as many of our 10 in perfect push-up form here as we can, and then we drop down to the knees and continue immediately if you can no longer do the 10 reps. So let's start. Our next workout, we're gonna superset moves again. They're gonna be lateral dumbbell raise and front dumbbell raise. Obviously you can use dumbbells or anything else you can hold in your hand. So I'm gonna show you those movements real quick and explain why we're doing them. And then we're gonna do 4 sets of 10 reps on each. So the first one is lateral dumbbell raise. You're gonna grab whatever you're using. You're gonna hold it just slightly in front of you, and you're gonna raise up till you're parallel with your shoulders. Then slowly back down. Everything is slow and controlled. So we'll get 10 reps here. So we targeted the medial and front delts on that one and a little bit of your trapezius. So now we're gonna go into dumbbell front raises. You're gonna probably want a lighter weight because that's more of an isolation on your front delts. So you're not using as many muscles, therefore the weight's gonna have to be lower. So I'm gonna grab 8s for that. And you're gonna hold the dumbbells right in front of you, and you're gonna lift up till you're parallel with the ground. And you're gonna do slow and controlled for 10 reps. So we're gonna do that 3 more times, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do laying dumbbell skull crushers. So in order to do that, we're gonna need an object you can hold back here. You'll lay down on the bench, you'll grab your object, and you'll pull it from behind your head to in front of your head. So I'm gonna start demonstrate, and I'll explain exactly the form and everything so that you can do it correctly at home, because form is key. So you're gonna lay back like you're doing with your heavy object bench. You're gonna let your arms go to about here, and you're gonna move only at the elbows, from there to there. And just 3 more sets of that, and then we'll move on to the next workout. So we're gonna move into our last exercise before we do our burnouts and our abs today. And this is another tricep isolation like the last one. It's gonna be bench dips. So, gonna line up like this, go down till you're at 90, push back up. Focus on the triceps, keeping core stabilization. If that's too easy, you can always lift one leg up, the other leg up. If that's too hard, you can bring one leg in, you can bring both legs in. Do the same motion at whatever stage you need to be at. We're gonna do 4 sets of 10 reps on this, so let's just get right into it. Our burnout today is gonna be push-ups. And it's gonna kinda depend on where you're at. So you can either do normal full push-ups, you can do knee push-ups, you can do archer push-ups, you can do pseudo planche push-ups, whatever you'd like to do for wherever you're at. Make sure it's tough, and make sure that the burnout is actually burning out your chest, because that's what this is key for. So I will be doing archer push-ups. Just for those of you that don't know, you've seen the actual push-ups and the knee push-ups already. So let's get right into it. So I got 26 or 13 on each side. So now that we're done with that, we'll move right into abs. For core today, we're going to be doing 4 sets again, 15 reps of everything. Boat hold will be a 15 count. So we're going to start with reverse crunches, then we're going to go into boat hold, then we're going to go into flutter kicks, then we're going to go into Russian twists, and we're going to end with crunches. 15 of everything. The Russian twist will be counting one side as 1 and then 2. So let's just get right into it, starting with reverse crunches. Next, boat hold. For those of you who don't know, it's somewhere between a 6-inch hold and a V-sit hold. Right about here. For a 15 count. Next, we'll go into flutter kicks. You can do that in boat hold position. Hands on the ground, hands below your butt. Wherever you need to be able to complete the 15 reps. So, every time the right foot is on top, it's 1 rep. Let's get into it. Next, we'll do Russian twists. These can be performed with the feet on the ground, the feet crossed in the air, the feet here in the air, or fully extended, depending again on where you're at. So, like I said before, we'll get into position. 1 rep, 2 reps, for 15. Our final will be crunches. Just like yesterday, get crunch position, we'll do 15 reps. And that's it for our first set. So we'll do that 3 more times for a total of 4. So we'll see you after that. So yeah, we're done now. Thanks for watching. Again, like last time, within 30 minutes, get a source of protein. I'm using the protein powder drink still. It's got a lot of protein. It's really good for trying to bulk, which is what I'm trying to do. So in the next couple days, I will be posting the full pull day workout from home. So stay tuned for that. Again, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And we'll put the full workout right after this. Thanks for watching, y'all.